my grip strength. What's up, Allie Bird? Thanks for being here. I know it's a little dark just because we're early today. We're doing this super early. But hopefully the sun will come up soon. I mean, it is coming out. It's just this tarp right here. You can't really see it. But yeah, we're gonna do some burpees. I'm just gonna warm up my body a bit. All the crows are flying. Sounds creepy. The rooster's roosting. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. Hopefully you've been awake longer than me. How you doing though, Ellie? I know you have insomnia, right? Sometimes you can't sleep. Bingo? Yeah, Bingo's asleep. We put him inside for the night because it was really cold and rainy last night. So he slept inside in his cage, and we're talking about a dog for those of us joining. What's up, everybody? My name is Drew. It's 6:20 in the morning. We're about to do some burpees. We call this breakfast burpees with bro. What workout are you doing? Yesterday we did a combination of burpees and the Murph, which was pretty cool. Today I'm just gonna do burpees. And yesterday I started training my grip. So I have these, like, you know, this thing that you squeeze and it goes like this. I got one of those, so my palms and my forearms feel pretty cooked, I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna do regular burpees. We're gonna do sets of 25. If you're just joining me, this is breakfast burpees with bro, and I'm your bro. Allie Bird said she's okay. It's 1:20 here. Thank you. Yeah, she's in Australia, so everyone, we're worldwide right now. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I just woke up 10 minutes ago, and we're gonna get into it. Let's do some burpees. If you're scrolling and you're able to join me, let's do it together. Here we go. Nice and steady. Warming up the body. Trying to start our day off with a W under our belt. Six. Guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 10. 14, 15. Woo. 16, 17, 18, 19, let's go. 25. Here we go. Just like that. First set is done. A little winded. Some activity in the chat. Captain Clutch says, bro, I am new. What kind of videos do you post? Good question. Well, Captain, mostly I do live streams, but the videos I post on my shorts, some of those are like my receipts, videos of me accomplishing things. So check them out if you're interested. Get motivated. Double tap your phone screen, hit the like, all that good stuff. What's up, Daddy Eduardo? Dude, I just saw your video. 3-minute slow push-up. That's pretty cool. The slow push-up is hard. If you guys don't know, the slow push-up is, let's say you're doing a minute of a push-up, so you should be at the bottom 30 seconds and back up top at the minute mark. It's really hard. What's up, Sean? Dude, we're on our 13th set of burpees already. We've done like 6,000 burpees. I'm just kidding. We're barely on set number 2. Feel free to jump in and join me. Do what you do. Thank you for hitting that like and subscribe if you're new. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, let's go, 23, 24, 25. Whew. That was a little tough with the counting. I feel my breath getting more into a rhythm. Still hard though. Just choke. Hey, thank you guys for keeping the chat active. me see. What are you guys talking about? Nice. Daddy Eduardo is setting the bar. He's raising the bar. 50 burpees. That's right, done. All right, let's get into our next set. We're about to break a like PR right now. We just need 2 more likes. That will put us at 7. I think that's the most likes we've gotten on the stream is 7. So we can get 2 more. We'll hit a PR. Thank you guys for joining me. We're doing breakfast burpees with bro. I'm your bro Drew. We're gonna do our 3rd set now. 25 burpees. That will put us at 75 total. Like I was telling you guys earlier, my hands, my palms, they feel really tired. I've been working on my grip strength with some of the like the plier looking things. Man, those things are hard. You put in a lot of work for your hand muscles. All right, let's do it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, let's go, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's go. Sun is coming out more. Whew. Let's go. Come on, we just did our 3rd set. We're at 75. Thank you guys for the support. Whew. There's a member, Almond Matcha LP. He turned me on to this account called The Busy Dad. I think that's what it's called. And so, The Busy Dad, he's a guy who was a little bit overweight, and he did, I think, burpees for like 20 minutes a day for a long time, I think a year, and he totally transformed his body. Now, the claim to fame is really like burpees focused. I'm sure he did more training, but it's really burpees focused. So this is a cool kind of experiment. I was thinking about this yesterday, like, wow, I'm really on day 15 of doing burpees every day. It's pretty cool. I've done at least 1,200 burpees in the last 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to, like, when we're on day 50, day 100, stuff like that. It's gonna be cool. Alright. And I hope you guys like the thumbnails. It was a suggestion, an idea. And I think I'm gonna keep the theme, like, every set of 10. Like 1 through 10 is a different thumbnail. 10 to 20 will be a different thumbnail. 20 to 30, you get it. Alright, let's do 100. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. I'm starting to sweat a lot. My breath, I lost it. 10 more. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 25 done. 100 done. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Is Bingo afraid of the chancla now? Yeah, a little bit. He's actually, like Ali Bird said, it was really cold last night, so like right now I can see my breath. So we had him indoors for the night. And guys, yesterday we were working on a new command, which is down, and he picked it up yesterday. Like, he already kind of knew how to do it, but yesterday he really showed some growth and independence. So like 2 days ago, I was trying to teach him how to go down, right? Lay down. And so what I would do, I would hold the food in my hand and I would hold it in front of him like this, and I'd be like, down. No response. Okay. When you're teaching a new skill, like a brand new skill, brand new behavior, you generally want to start with the most supportive prompting style, or whatever way it's gonna get them to do the behavior. So for him, I would literally like hold the food in my hand, and as he would inch closer and like get closer, I kind of pushed his body to the floor, and then I repeated the instruction, down. As soon as his body touched the floor, gave him the treat. Did that a couple of times, got those reps in, and then his behavior changed. Now we were shaping it. So then he was able to, without my prompt of pushing him down, when I would put the fist to the floor, he would then go down. So same thing, say down. He comes to the floor, he gets on all fours. As soon as he does that, good boy, give him the treat. Got a couple of those reps in. Yesterday, I gave him the command, down. And this time, I just stood there and I put my fist kind of like by my knees and I tapped it. When I said down and I tapped it, he would try to get closer, but I would walk away. As I walked away, he put his body on all fours on his own. And so then I gave it to him. So before it was like he would bite at the treat. Now I'm trying to teach him to get down on all fours and wait before I give him the treat. And he seemed to have picked it up. So that was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Behavior science. It's a science and an art. You gotta figure out what works best for you and your student, you and your dog, you and your pet, whatever. All right, let's do it, baby. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Woo, it's getting hard. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's go. 125 done. Woo! I should try that with my wife. Yeah, I mean, behavior science is applicable to all living organisms, except maybe trees and plants, but you know what I mean. You can definitely shape your spouse's behavior one way or the other. Man, it's only been 25 minutes. Woo! These earlier streams are where it's at because we get more time to do more work. Yeah, yesterday at work there was a student who he has very explosive reactions to aversive demands, or for this particular student, I think he fosters, like he ruminates on ideas, things that happened in the past. And so sometimes his behaviors can seem spontaneous. Like out of nowhere, he'll just burst into a rage. But yesterday, anyways, this kid, he can't really write. He can't write well. And so he was presented an aversive task with a potentially aversive topic, which was family. And this kid, to give a background, he has a bit of a traumatic history. And so I think those two things in combination probably triggered him to act out. And for him, that day, he was just throwing books off the shelf very gently. But then as we tried to intervene, the behavior escalated, it got worse and worse. And so ultimately we decided to give him space and time. You know, we let him know, like, hey, we're gonna give you some space. Put a timer on, let it run. And he was doing that for about 5 minutes until the floor was completely covered in books. I'm talking about hundreds of books on the floor in a first grade class. And this kid historically has thrown things in an attempt to like injure himself, and so safety is the main priority. But basically giving him space was the best solution, because he calmed down after like 5 minutes, and then we were able to re-engage him, distracting him with topics of interest and stuff. So behavior is not a one solution thing. There could be many solutions, but the best solution is always the best. And the best solution is the one that's the easiest, the one that's the safest. Have I shown him videos of other kids acting badly in public and how silly that looks? No, but that's a good idea, actually. You know, sometimes we do teach socially appropriate behaviors through videos and like scripts and stuff like that. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's actually a good idea. I mean, he might like it. Like I said, he's the type of person that ruminates on things. So what I mean is, like, in November, there's documentation of him expressing interest in the fire extinguisher and like breaking the glass. And then in January or early February, he actually did break the glass. So I don't know, it could go either way. But you're right, I think he'll see it and he'll be like, oh no, that's not appropriate. Because he actually is really motivated to be accepted socially. Like, that's his main motivator. He loves to work with friends and wants to be friendly with everybody. It is hard when trauma is involved, Ali, you're right. We talked about this before, where people with traumatic histories or traumatic backgrounds, their brains develop similarly to like ADHD or autism, where they don't really have a lot of gray matter, which could impact their like cognitive capabilities. What's it called? Cognitive capabilities, emotional regulation, and like other areas of their brain. Some people don't have a good sense of how they're seen by others. Yeah, I totally agree. It's a little bit of like they want their identity to be validated because they're looking for what it is, and they're not aware of how they're being perceived. I agree, especially with kids on the spectrum. Like, some of the social awareness, social cues, like it's really hard for them to pick up on, or they miss it. Things like sarcasm, right? I had a friend who in high school, she didn't understand sarcasm at all. So yeah, you're right, Daddy. Daddy is right. We need to teach people how they are being perceived by the world. That's just as important as what you think of yourself. It's probably more important, actually. What do you think? Is it more important what you think of yourself, or is it more important what others think of you? 1, 2. Another thing I'm noticing is like trying to teach young men how to have accountability for their actions. Because a lot of time, like this kid particularly, he avoids talking about the stuff he did. Like, it'll reignite him. but we gotta teach him how to be accountable for his actions. And he's not the first student with that challenge. One way I've worked on accountability with people is to do like a reflection sheet with probing questions like, what did you do? What happened? Why did you do it? What were you thinking? What were you feeling? What were you saying? How did the other person feel? How do you think they thought about you? What could you do better next time? And sometimes it's just about like getting those reps in with that too, right? I think like with anything, the more you do it, the better you get. And so that's kind of one way I've been working on building accountability with others, having them reflect honestly about their actions. But that's hard. And I work with students that are in majority like underserved communities, and so a lot of times the trauma is like domestic violence, lack of resources, maybe like overly harsh parenting or consequences. And the big one, no father in the house. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the majority of people that work in schools are women. And so, can you imagine a student who grows up without a father, is raised by women, but all the women are using like what I would call default technology to discipline, or they're very inconsistent or overly harsh. And so now that student builds a negative relationship with women, and then he goes to school, and so he already has this negative perception about relationships with women, and it just gets exacerbated for years until that student finds a teacher that's a female and they can relate to and have a strong relationship. At the root of it, strong relationships go a long way. All right, I missed a lot. Let me see. Daddy Eduardo says, it's important to be aware of both. The importance of either depends on the circumstances. Yeah, you're right. Like, I wouldn't care what Jeffrey Epstein thinks about me, or I wouldn't care what any criminal thinks about me, really. Depending on the person, it can be both. Yeah, Ali Bird, I know you have a lot of experience working with people in the field, so you can't just be peer pressured all the time. That's true. Yeah, it's also a skill, right? Advocating for yourself, and it's a skill that I'm realizing, like, people in my culture, we don't really teach each other how to set up boundaries with people. We're like, oh, ahí está tu tía, ve dale abrazo, or ahí está tu tío, ve dale abrazo, or say hi, or whatever, you know. You never know. So teaching kids how to set boundaries early is pretty cool. Great stream, Drew. You never get this sort of combo in a chat. Yeah. Eat another taco, mijo. Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, I'm full already. Like, I don't want to eat this stuff. But you're making me feel bad, so now I have to do it. I mean, it is good, but still. That's why we're celebrating with burpees. All right, let's do, are we at 150? Let's try to do 2 more. Round it out to a nice 200. Woo! Wow. Ooh, I feel energized, guys. I just got a wave of energy from the discussion that we're having. Yeah, it's really scary. You know, the world is different from home life. And I have a daughter, she's 3. She's going to school soon. And that's one of my big fears, is like others influencing her with their behavior. I saw a cool meme online that was like, of course I don't want to let my daughter hang out with your daughter. You guys teach your daughter that, I don't know, some outrageous stuff. And some kids have like too much access to internet, and they bring topics that are not appropriate to school, and then things are said, behaviors are learned. A lot of times kids gravitates towards the cool kid, which is often the person who gets the most attention. And who gets the most attention in schools? Kids with behavioral challenges. So it's hard. But my daughter's pretty smart. For a 3-year-old, she seems to make her own choices. But I've also seen her be reserved socially and influenced by others. Mostly older girls. She doesn't like playing with kids her age. Yes. One more set. Another chancla. Oh, nice. We got 6 likes. We hit one more. We got a PR. Ooh. Sorry, I gotta drink water. Whew. Yeah, but today I gotta go in a little bit. I'm trying to go work with some students at 8, and we made some like visual stimuli for them. So I'm just gonna go and like model how to use it and how to implement it. It's really not hard, but I just want to make sure they're doing it, because you can tell people to do something, but that doesn't mean they're gonna do it. Last set. Wow, man. Daddy Eduardo, how many burpees are you up to right now? Is it like 170 or 180 or something like that? 190? I know you do the metronome burpees. I was gonna try that the other day, but I didn't charge my device in time, so maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Some metronome burpees. 158. Woo! That sounds crazy, dude. I can't imagine doing 158 burpees non-stop. Doing 25 is hard. Wow, that's crazy. Let's do these last 25. 150. So today's 159 or 158. All right, let's do it. Two, 3, 4. Daddy Eduardo's gonna be the first person to do burpees on the moon. That's gonna be cool. zero gravity burpees. Or the slow push-up in space. One of those, that'd be cool. Thirteen. 14. 15. Last set of 10. Woo! This 10 is hard. I gotta blow my nose. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. It's hard to breathe when you have mucus. Oh, last 10. Four. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. There we go. The grand finale. 200 burpees, 42 minutes. Get 1% better every day. That's right, Daddy Eduardo. Woo! 200 burpees, 8 sets of 25. Thank you, Ali Bird. Thank you guys for being here. If you're just joining, it's breakfast birthday. Breakfast birthday. Breakfast birthday does sound good. Birthday breakfast. But what I meant to say was, if you're just joining, this is breakfast burpees with bro. And I'm your bro, Drew. We do this every day. And the point is to start our day off with some exercise, get a W under our belt, get some momentum that sets us up for success. I'm having a little trouble pronouncing words with S's because I have Invisalign. They're not new, but it's just where I place my tongue for my S's and L's and sometimes T's and D's. They get in the way and they make me feel silly. So I don't have a speech impediment, it's just my braces. Cool, guys, we did it in 45 minutes today. Tomorrow we're gonna try the metronome burpees. We're gonna see how far we get. Daddy, what's the BPM on that again? I think it's like 12, right? Is that what you said? 12 BPMs? Yeah, 12 BPMs. Cool, so we'll do that tomorrow. We'll see how far we get. I'd highly doubt we're gonna get to 150. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. My name is Drew. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.